The boy suffered from a strange illness. Snow would fall wherever he went, and it would only fall around him. As a result, his home was covered in snow all year round. Strangely, he didn't feel cold at all. Instead, even 10 meters from a stove he felt hot. It wasn't until the mushy Master Ginkgo arrived that the mystery was solved. It is said that there is a type of mushy called the constant snowbug. They roll snowballs along the ground as they move. Once the snowball grows large, it collides with big trees to reduce its weight. But if there are no big trees, it will collide with emotionally fragile humans. Then it pierces the skin and frantically drains the body's heat. And snow continues to fall around the host all year round. Hearing this, Mayumi thought of her own friend from childhood, the boy mentioned at the beginning. Ginkgo was astonished when he learned this. Because the constant snowbug only chooses relatively weak females as hosts, it doesn't dare to invade masculine bodies. Mayumi said that in early winter this year, the boy was playing by the river with his little sister. In the blink of an eye, the sister fell into an ice hole. He watched his sister freeze to death in his arms. Afterwards, villagers discovered that it was snowing only around the boy. When they arrived, the boy's face was pale, but he still dared not approach the stove. Even the warmth from Ginkgo's palm felt scorching to him. His body felt as if it were being burned by fire. Ginkgo asked him if he had experienced anything strange. The boy said that on the night his sister passed away, he heard a call. He thought his sister had returned, but when he opened the door, he felt as if snowflakes were piercing into his body. From then on, he could no longer approach anything warm. Even standing barefoot in the snow and ice, he didn't feel cold. Ginkgo said the burning sensation you feel is an illusion caused by the constant snowbug. If you don't warm yourself, your internal organs will freeze and you could die. But the boy seemed to be hiding something and refused to accept Ginkgo's treatment. Every day, he only wanted to wander over the lake where his sister drowned because it seemed closest to her. He kept recalling the scene of his sister drowning. Suddenly, a small boat crashed into the shore. The boy accidentally fell into the lake. For an unknown amount of time, his parents gathered villagers to shout over the lake, hoping to awaken the submerged boy. When Mayumi arrived, she found an area covered with snow. The boy must be underneath. But it was late, and the villagers didn't dare continue searching. They originally planned to come back early the next morning, but that night, the temperature dropped sharply, and the lake surface froze thickly. The next day, the snow marking the boy's location stopped. Mayumi knelt on the ground, crying in guilt. They were childhood friends, and he had always loved the boy. But that night, the lake rumbled loudly. A hand covered in ice broke through. It was the boy. He had endured the icy lake, but when he returned home, he said nothing. He grabbed his shovel and ran back to the lake. His mother hurried to notify Mayumi and the others. Ginkgo said they must find the boy immediately. Otherwise, there would be no chance to treat him. Mayumi braved the cold wind and ran to the lake. The boy believed he could survive underwater. Maybe his sister was also sleeping at the bottom of the lake. He wanted to pry open the ice and check. Mayumi shouted at him to wake up. You were the one who buried your sister by hand. How could she be at the bottom of the lake? At this moment, the boy's brain was gradually occupied by the bug, and he only wanted to dive into the icy water. Mayumi anxiously ran to stop him, but she accidentally fell into the ice hole. This scene reminded the boy of his sister back then. He couldn't bear to see his loved one leave again. He jumped in and saved her, ignoring the burning sensation her body caused.